Number 9, get your house in order. Again, it's a deceptively basic instruction, but it has myriad implications. Mental and physical circumstances have a direct effect on the amount of time and energy available for the search. So it's a big advantage to stay healthy and maintain a clean, well-ordered life. We need to tend to the clutter in our circumstances and mind. Arrange our life for clear thinking. Invariably, this involves a movement towards simplicity. Complexity is in the opposite direction of truth. On its most basic level, get your house in order means literally clean up the circumstances of your life. If your desk is piled with unpaid bills, you spend your nights in various soap opera relationships, and most of your calories come from beer, you're not going to be able to think straight about spiritual matters or anything else. Getting your house in order also includes so-called character work, identifying those aspects of your personality that aren't serving you well as a seeker and taking action in those areas. This doesn't mean getting trapped into endless self-help programs trying to become Superman or Ubermensch. But if you have any personality aspects that are hindering your search, they do need to be addressed in some way. And this is part of getting your house in order. It also means simplifying your mental landscape. The ego mind loves complexity and drama, and by nature, it seeks problems and distractions. And if left uncontrolled, it will lead you deeper and deeper into illusion. So it's good to favor intellectual complexity and intellectual simplicity as well. Also, you need to guard against hardening of the head. The natural tendency is for the nut to get tougher with age, so you need to fight against this. Keep all the circuits open, stay flexible, become as a little child. Become a house that Grace might like to visit. Number 8, back away from untruth. This is a big one. As seekers, we think we're taking dead aim for the truth, and that as we proceed on the path, we become ever more spiritual and get closer to our goal. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. There's no way we can search for truth because we don't know what it is, we don't know what direction it lies in. We might not even recognize it if it stared us in the face, which paradoxically is exactly what it's doing every minute of your life. But as far as the search goes, the best we can do is recognize untruths and discard them. This is what Rose called the reverse vector. In other words, the path is subtractive. The process is to uncover ignorance within yourself and outside yourself and reject it. In the yogic tradition, they say neti, not this, not this. The Tao Te King says, for students of knowledge, every day something is acquired. For observers of Tao, every day something falls away. Often one of the first external areas a seeker needs to investigate with this mindset is religion. Because religions claim to hold the truth. And a lot of us were brought up to accept that claim. Religion is also kind of low-hanging fruit in this area because it's filled with blatant absurdities. When you look at religion objectively and separate the wheat from the chaff, you'll soon find that the core esoteric teachings of all religions are the same. They're simple, universal, inclusive. They prescribe no beliefs, claim no dominion, and ask you to wear no special hats. All the rest, mythology, rituals, dogma, politics, social engineering, which is 99% of it, can be safely rejected because any aspect of religion that separates its believers from the rest of us is quite frankly bullshit. And I think everyone realizes this on some level, but belief is very strong. And belief is in fact the penny that blots out the rest. Which brings us to number 7, doubt everything. Rose often greeted people by asking, what do you know for sure? The same way that people might ask, how you doing? But it wasn't an offhand question. It was intended to throw you back on yourself and invite you to look closer at everything you thought you knew. It was always trying to prod people into questioning their beliefs. Why? Because the single biggest obstacle to having a realization happen is thinking you already know most of what you need to know. We cling to a paradigm of supposed knowledge in which we require truth to fit and then wonder why nothing happens. We think we already know 95% of the truth and just need answers about that last 5%. We think we've got the basics nailed down. Now all we need is the cherry on the top and we'll be enlightened. Not so. As Rose famously said, you don't know anything until you know everything. As good seekers, we dutifully ask, who am I? But all the while we hold sacrosanct certain beliefs, like I'm a real person with a separate awareness, living in an infinitely old, infinitely vast universe of solid objects that are separate from me. We're more than willing to accept an ultimate truth that fits that validates that belief and enhances our experience of it, but will defend to the death against anything that challenges it. The idea of doubt most seekers have is a fraction of what is meant by it. When Rose says doubt everything, he means everything. He's talking about living with a fundamental doubt that anything is what it seems. A doubt that mistrusts the mind, the senses, and everything in them and everything that they perceive. An all-encompassing doubt that in one way or another continually asks, what is really going on here? Knowledge is original sin, in the sense of the true meaning of the word sin, which is to err, to miss the mark. Christianity implies that it's knowledge of sex that kicks us out of paradise, but it's any and all knowledge. If any supposed knowing whatsoever is present, you're on the wrong side of the gates of Eden. You've drifted into illusion. Stop thinking you know. Return to a childlike state of wonder, unknowing, and mystery. Have only questions, never answers. If an answer comes, question it. Return to unknowing. Only an empty cup can be filled. In a state of complete unknowing, one glance reveals all.